So the beauty about pivot tables is you can just play around with filters, columns, rows, and values over here in the lower right corner of your screen in the pivot table fields until you start making sense of your data, how it's organized, and what it can do for you. So let's just mess around a little bit. I am going to go up to location and pull that down under rows. And I still kept my academic year. So now let's go over here to the left side. And so now we can see we have our total for the academic year for each of the years. And then we have our total by entrance. So that's pretty neat. Let's see if let's remove location. And then let's look at time of day. I'm going to pull that down into rows. And right now it is showing, let's scroll down a little bit. It's a 24-hour-a-day cycle and it's divided up by academic year. I don't think we really need academic year for this one. So I'm just clicking down here and saying remove field. So now we can see, for example, at 12 noon, over time, there's 243,000 and some entrance people who entered the library. It looks like at the 15 hours, so 3 o'clock, there's 242,000, etc. So that's just another option. Let's move it over to columns. By doing columns, it makes it a horizontal alignment. Maybe you like to look at it like that. I'm kind of more of a row girl. Let's see what happens if we put month in the filters. So by putting something in filters, you can, let's move it to column labels. So now we are looking at what happens at a particular time of day over here on the left, in the farthest left column. And then we are looking at the totals per each hour of the day for each month. Maybe that will be of interest to you. It just kind of fascinates me how quickly it puts the data together. Now up here in the top, I'm over in the data sheet now under column labels. Maybe you don't want to look at all 12 months. Maybe you just want to look at the winter months. So I click this, I'm going to start over. I click this downward arrow right above January. And then down here, we can see all 12 months of a given year. So let's just look at what happens in January and February. And so what we did here is we used a filter just so we're only looking at 1 month at a time. Maybe you want to have academic year back in there so we can see how things change from one academic year to another. Let's drag it down here under time of day. So now we have our time of day way to the left, and then we have our academic year. We could also move time of day under academic year, and then we can see how that changes. So the best way to learn about pivot tables is to just fool around a little bit.